To be honest with you, I can't even dissect it because they're so short. I can't even think about what he could say in such a short amount of time to come up with something. Maybe the fact, great job on it. Actually, he probably doesn't compliment them that much. He probably says, get out there, play hard on the defensive side. You're doing all right in that right now. He probably doesn't give them too much love for it, but you got to play hard on the defensive side, come down with the rebounds, and score the basketball. You got to look at your big three, and you got to score the basketball. I mean, they got the stats that we see, and they know exactly what's going on.
And you see at pivotal moments in this game, the Cats have hit three-pointers, and it's been sort of the trend throughout the Southwest District Tournament and now in the region that when the Cats sort of get behind, they hit those threes and really sort of climb back into games. I know they were just 3 for 10 from three-point land, but they still, those were big three-pointers. The girls who hit threes in that first half, Jada Campbell just pulled up. She made 1 of 1. Allie Sidnor 1 for 4 from 3, and Lauren DeLeon 1 out of 1 from three-point
we talked about Allie Sidnor not shooting the three ball a lot. She's decided to change her game up a little bit in the last 2 games.
So definitely not a bad idea, though. She's feeling it. She definitely pulled the Cats through in the first round. So at the half, 26 points for the Cats, 27 for the Ridgeview Wolfpack. 2:03 to go here in this halftime break. Again, if the Cats can win this one, they'll play in the region championship game on Saturday afternoon at 4:45 p.m. So we'll be here to cover that one if everything turns out all right, as we're hoping it does tonight from Wise. But, again, just sort of stay tuned. Again, you can follow us on Twitter at VHS Bearcat Radio. And also, if you have a Facebook, you can like our Facebook page at Bearcat Radio. And what do you think? We haven't seen a lot of, the group. We usually see some Brianna Owens, at least to buy a little bit of time for their starters. And you see usually Lockhart come out on the floor. What do you think about that so far in the first half? Just didn't really have the leeway to go to the bench.
No, and the foul trouble could push it to that point. I think that's what Timmons was waiting for, was if the fouls get to that point, then they're going to have their minutes later on in the game.
That's probably right, too. You have Fresh, and DeLeon can score, or not DeLeon, but Lockhart can score. She had a good game against Marion a couple of weeks ago, but, of course, the lights are a little bit brighter tonight here in the Convocation Center. Pretty good crowd here for the Region 2D semifinals. Definitely a great venue. We couldn't go without bragging about the venue here.
Dylan, I went behind this scorers table. They put us at the scorers table tonight, folks. And sitting back here, I just feel like I'm out of place is what it feels like I'm doing right now.
So we got 37 seconds until we get the second half underway. And again, sort of refresh here within the storylines, this battle between the Southwest District regular season and tournament champs against the Mountain 7 District tournament champs, the Ridgeview Wolfpack. As the Cats come back out onto the floor here to start this second half, they'll have the ball as they trail by a point. And it's been sort of the theme over the past, we'll go ahead and say, the last 25 real minutes, the Cats have only been down by a point.
Yeah, my goodness. Inbound to Bailey. Back up to Maya Lee, though.
Yeah, as they get it going here in the second half, Cats will control it. As Sidnor works off a screen, gets a drive to the basket and a block. Goes out of bounds. It'll go back to the Cats.
And the thing about it is that you definitely feel a lot more confident when you get a block, but you have to realize if you're the other team, they don't get any points for that. You still get the ball back, and it's your turn to score some points.
Get it inside to Owens. A good look underneath and a foul. Owens will go to the line, and that goes on Frazier. That's a foul on Frazier. First foul of this second half. Cats will go to the line. If Owens can hit them both, Cats will be leading at the end of this trip. Owens, a 74% free throw shooter a year ago. Only 2 points in that first half, so puts the first free throw up and misses. Definitely like to see a couple of these free throws go in because then the hoop gets a little bigger after a slow start.
Yeah, but you missed that first one there. You got to have this one at least tied up.
27-26. Owens' second free throw swishes it, and it's back to a tie game. First time we've seen this thing tied since the opening minutes of this one, as Ridgeview just stormed out after trailing 4-0 early.
My hands are sweating so much it feels like I just dipped them in a cup of water.
It's an elimination game, so of course Mark's worried. Aren't we all? 7:30 to go here in the third period. Ridgeview controls as Counts has it, working off a screen, trying to drive, can't get anywhere. Good defense there by the Cats. Gully driving inside, lost it out of bounds. It'll go back to Ridgeview. Got a hit out of bounds there by Maya Lee. Nearly a travel there, a lot of rotating.
I thought there was too. I think she drug her back foot a little bit, but I think what the ref saw was the ball was knocked away before she drug that back foot.
So baseline inbounds here for Ridgeview. They get it back down on the block to Frazier. She turns around, misses on the shot attempt. Offensive board, but Jada Campbell comes away with the steal, and we have a jump ball. It'll send it back.
She tripped her there. I don't know how you missed that.
Ridgeview. That makes it tough there. Had a steal, but Campbell slipped or was tripped. I didn't get a very good angle on it. Would have been a nice steal there for the Cats. 7:12 to go here in the third period. Ridgeview controls with a tie game. 7 minutes to go.
Score 0-0 now. You got to have that mindset.
Frazier trying to work off of Lee, nearly coughed it up. As Counts drives, nearly a turnover inside, batted out of bounds off of Sidnor. It'll stay Ridgeview ball, but the Cats making it tough on Ridgeview. You can tell they're trying to make a concerted effort to get it on the block because that's where they feel like they have an advantage here to open this second half. Get it inbound, a high pass to Frazier and a turnover. She had to save it from going out of bounds. Cats going in transition.
Attack.
Owens driving, left hand, a block by Frazier, and a clean block. And Bailey is called for a foul as she fell into it, trying to get the rebound, too aggressive. And that's 3 on Kerrigan Bailey. That's a tough third there on an aggressive play. That's her third.
And the gym made it sound a lot worse than what it actually was, too. But that's what happens when your fan base fills
it up. Just a block there. Owens trying to drive. Good block by Frazier, though, to save the opportunity for the Cats, or to kill the opportunity for the Cats, I guess is a better way to phrase that, as Counts has it. Now they get it down on the top of the block.
Bailey's still in the game with 3.
Taylor is inside they go, and a miss on a tip ball as Counts try to get it. Owens comes down with it. Owens trying to push. Want to get it out to a ball handler. She does to Amaya Lee near the half-court line as she steps it back out.
The Cats definitely have the floor spread right now.
Tie game. Lee's going to drive. Floater up and off the backboard. Rebounded by Bailey. She comes back up and through. Good shot there by Bailey right underneath. She fought for the board, came down with it, and the Cats take a 2-point lead. 29-27, 6:04 to go in the third period. That's Counts working off the dribble. Now gets it back out to Frazier. Frazier holding the ball over her shoulder. Now trying to get it working off a screen. Inside turnaround miss. And the ball got batted nearly out of bounds, but back into the corner, back out to Frazier. Frazier for 3, Sidnor contests. Frazier makes it.
Shooters was shooting. Frazier hasn't hit a shot since the first quarter, and one finally goes through the hole.
30-29. Ridgeview takes the lead on the Bearcats as Lee brings it back down the floor. Lee spins, goes down on the baseline. That is Bailey, and she gets bumped on a baseline drive. She'll go to the line.
See, decline it there, get your 2 points.
Yeah, made the shot, but it won't count. It was on the floor. That foul goes on Amber Taylor, her second foul. Now Lauren DeLeon checks in for Kerrigan Bailey. Actually, Kerrigan won't go to the line. It was just on the floor, pardon me. So you wanted that one to be on the shot, didn't you?
Bad.
It wasn't, though, Mark. You know it. Inbounds off the baseline, nearly a turnover. Frazier was there, but they get it to Campbell. Campbell drives, bounce pass out to DeLeon, now out to Sidner, who had 12 in the first half. Three-pointer corner. Campbell gets the bounce off the corner, and it went in. Talk about home. They said they felt at home. That ball hit, wedged in the corner and bounced straight up and right through the net. 32-30, Cats take the lead as Campbell hits her second three-pointer of the game. Long three taking Counts, working off a screen, missed short. Sidnor comes down with the board as the Cats look to push.
Got to take control right here.
Sidnor driving, goes up right hand, and a foul as they went up over the back. There was
second
contact.
on Frazier.
And Frazier called very aggressive as she tries to get the block. A lot of contact will send Sidnor to the line.
And she's starting to get a little frustrated, you can tell, by the ball not going through the hoop. Probably problem one for that.
Allie Sidnor went to the line twice. She's 50% on the afternoon. First free throw up and off. Misses off the right side. It'll stay a 2-point lead for the Bearcats. Coach Timmons over there talking to Amaya Lee, trying to keep her head in it. She's had a rough start scoring, but again, the Cats still with the lead. Shot missed short, or went short and bounced. Got the home roll again for the Bearcats, 33-30, 3-point lead. The biggest lead for the Cats on the night was by 4, so trying to get a little bit, trying to get a stop here and try to extend that as Frazier brings it up the floor, gets it out to Counts. Counts holding the ball overhead, gets it down to Frazier on the block, driving up against DeLeon, missed. Offensive board and a tie-up, or nearly a tie-up. The foul will go on Owens. Didn't really have anywhere to go there.
On Taylor Owens there for sure.
That's her second, I believe.
Third. Ooh.
You right? Oh, okay, it is her
Ooh.
third. 4:34 to go, third period. Baseline inbounds and an easy look inside for Ridgeview. Nobody there. Just sort of curled off of a screen right underneath the basket, and it's a 1-point lead for the Cats. As it was just an easy look there for Gully.
Tell you what, games
Sidnor
like this
working
just
off a
seems to fly.
screen, bounce pass, jumper from the baseline from Lee, rushed it, bounced off the back, and the board goes to Sutherland and Ridgeview. Actually, not Sutherland, that's Dotson.
She has that mouthpiece in her mouth, but I don't think she's put it in her mouth once.
Drive there, and a foul is just a quick drive from Counts out of nowhere, and the foul will go on De Leon. 3:58 to go, third period. Ridgeview will go to the line on the shooting foul.
Third on De Leon as well.
First free throw up and in. That is Nicole Counts.
Second leading scorer for this team, third in the district for him.
Second free throw missed. Sidnor comes down with the board. Tie game at 33 all.
Slow down.
Sidnor dribbles it into the right corner, spins off her defender, now puts up a shot, missed short, and the board goes out of bounds off of Ridgeview. It had already hit out of bounds. Sidnor touched it after it had went out. So it's Bearcat ball. Ridgeview fans, of course.
I think they got lucky they didn't call for a foul there.
On the shot, you're saying. Right.
On the loose ball.
Amaya Lee trying to get it inbounds on the baseline, and a pass is kicked. It'll stay with the Bearcats. It hit off the back of the heel of one of the Ridgeview girls. I believe it hit off of Sutherland, actually Gully. Stay Bearcat ball on the baseline inbounds.
Now you're in their head. You are in their head right here. It's all on you to come up with it.
Lee gets it inside to Owens. Owens with the right hand misses, gets her own board, and a foul inside. Tough possession there for the Cats, and Owens will go to the line.
I think it's the second on goalie here. Oh, they gave it to Dotson.
So Owens will go to the line for the Cats, tied at 33 all. Owens went 1 for 2 from the line her first time. This one goes in. Friendly rims over on the right side for the Cats so far. 3:43 to go, and the Cats have a 1-point lead at 34-33. Second free throw from Owens, misses short, and the board comes down to Counts. Cats lead by 1 as Ridgeview brings it up the floor. Frazier passes the timeline. Guarded closely by Allie Sidnor, who's coming out to guard her out near the logo at half
she's pushing
court.
her back even further than that.
She's not even really on her. She's 5 foot off. As they get it over into the corner, that's Gully looking inside. Right hand miss, but the offensive board, as Frazier missed, goes to Taylor. And now Ridgeview trying to go
violation
inside
up and down.
Travel. Sort of like Tigger there. Sort of a couple of jumps there, a couple of hops, and a travel.
Just didn't have the tail to bounce on there.
3:17 to go and a travel call. Cats lead by 1. Coach Frazier talking to the ref as he walks up the floor trying to get a call done on this end. I believe he's complaining about maybe that last possession down here. Owens has it at the top of the key looking to drive. She goes in. Right hand missed. And the board goes to Ridgeview as they flick it back to Frazier.
Ridgeview's more worried about the calls than they are playing the actual game.
There's a three-pointer taken in the corner, made from Counts, and Ridgeview takes a 2-point lead, 36-34. 2:50 to go in the third period. Campbell trying to drive in between two defenders, layup in. And the Cats tie it back up at 36 all. Campbell cut through two defenders on her way and able to protect the ball, goes to the other side of the rim with the left hand and ties it up with 2:45 to go here in the third period.
Right now, I believe that's 12 for her as well. Her and Allie Sidnor are the controlling factors for this offense.
Coach Timmons calls the timeout as, again, brought to you by State Line Motors. It's the 32nd timeout. All right, Mark.
Shoot,
more of the same, and it's still tight.
You know, and like I said before, you have to have that mindset that it's 0-0. You have to come out strong and play your game. Hit them so hard they can't get back up. Ridgeview's worrying about the calls a lot right now. And it's in the head of their coaches and their players both. The ball's not falling through the hoop. You have to play your game.
Coach Timmons over there talking to the girls. I'm sure he's saying something along those lines. In front of a good crowd here again for this girls' night, really, here at the Convocation Center. Tomorrow the boys will take the floor in the Region 2D semifinals. as Ridgeview will control the ball after the timeout. 36-36, 2:45 to go, third period. Again, thank you for tuning in to tonight's coverage of the Region 2D semifinals as Fraser brings it up past the timeline, guarded by Sidnor. It seems to be the good matchup so far.